Hello, hello, hello. I see I'm live in two places, but not three. Here we go. I think we're getting there. All right. Welcome to Live Vibe Coding with Will Melton. I'm Will Melton. This is a Channel RVA production. We are in Richmond, Virginia. And if you're not familiar with Channel RVA, I will encourage you to pop on over. I've got this open right now. We're going right into it today. We've got RVA art. I'm going to play some music for us in the background, so give me 1 second.
You're tuned into Channel RVA, the media hub for independent creators. Subscribe
Got
at
to make sure that the music isn't
channelrva.com.
overpowering my voice here, or otherwise LinkedIn won't play it for people. In any event, today is an interesting session. I am thinking a lot about the way the world works and why it is so fraught with challenges. And while I don't know the exact root of the problem, I think I have some ideas about it. I do think that by continuing to focus on profit and loss as the primary measuring stick for success, uh, I think it's a challenge. I think we have the opportunity to think a little bit about other ways to measure things. So today, I'm going to be thinking about measuring quality of life. So, an interesting endeavor, but I will take you on this journey with me. Just gonna enable my preview really quickly so I can see what you see. If you have any questions today, just pop them in the chat. I'm going to be gone here for about an hour, and I don't know what I'm building. So this is one of those explorative journeys. All right, there we go. I was trying to get my chat so I could see it the whole time we're talking. Uh, when I click out of my production software, I start to lose my windows. So thanks for bearing with me. I'm going to turn that off now. Okay, here we go. Let's talk to Claude. I am going to do Fable 5 to start this out, and we're going to go into a prompt here. The world continues to revert to a measuring standard that's based on profit and loss. If you're talking about macro economics, geopolitics, it is output comparisons, or what does one country owe another country. And while those are valid metrics and they're important for maintaining peace and prosperity, I suppose, there's a missing element when we are not measuring quality of life. And it's all too often something that is overlooked. We don't prioritize even thinking about other people's quality of life on a really on a verbal level. Like, we don't talk about it with each other. We might be motivated by our experience and have a desire to make other people's quality of life positive, but how do we even know what that looks like? What is a good quality of life? Could we create a universal standard for it? And if we can define it, maybe we can create a vision for something that people might be interested in subscribing to. A new doctrine, for instance, that they could adopt in mass to begin to shift our world toward a more peaceful place. Um, and recognizing that we have certainly lots of things to fight over, but we also have a lot to be grateful for. We have a lot that we can point to as gifts that can be leveraged to solve problems, as we are doing right now. I don't know what I want to build today, but we're going to be building for the next 53 minutes, and I want to build something meaningful. Maybe it is a website where we communicate this. Maybe it's a calculator. Maybe it's a analysis, a point in time analysis for people to respond to, so that we can um, measure over time. Do we even care? Do you think, if you're watching out there, we should be measuring quality of life over profits, or alongside profits, maybe as a step in the right direction? Feel free to leave your comments. All right. So, musing over this right now, quality of life. I don't even know what I'm asking. Well, I do know what I'm asking. I don't know what I don't know. I'm going to explore this with you guys, real time, real think. Got Claude working over here, not doing the work for me, just helping me out. Maybe there's a little bit of research that it can surface. We can click into this too so we can see what this says. So it knows that we build websites. Oh, it's creating a project. I didn't say to make a project, but okay. Oh man, I gave Claude my skills, and now it's gone ahead for me. I was just trying to think here. Maybe I used the wrong model. Took it too far. I'm gonna let it create that project, but I'm gonna actually also give this prompt to another thing, and we're gonna switch the model. Say, what do you guys think? Yes. Have any thoughts about how we might measure quality of life? All right, so this will be one of the fastest builds I've ever done, by accident. I think, as a marketer, as a communicator, one of the things that I know is, if you can't articulate it, if you can't point to it, if you can't give people something to chew on, they're not going to have any clue what the hell we're doing. So hopefully we can get that articulated, and I can think about it. But let me go read this. We got something over here. GDP isn't winning because it's a better description of human flourishing. It's winning because it's load bearing. Bond ratings reference it. Debt to GDP ratios trigger IMF conditions. Tax revenue projections depend on it. It's computed quarterly by statistical agencies with legal mandates. It's a system, systemic. All right. Couldn't it be all three?
You're tuned into channel RVA, the media hub for independent creators. Subscribe at channelrva.com.
That is my cue to plug Channel RVA. This is our new media outlet for Richmond. We were at Jam Pack Festival yesterday, and this is no longer a featured event, so I'm gonna have to come in here and edit that. But we are working to bring you closer to Richmond. So if you're not subscribed over there, please subscribe. You'll get notified about these events, my shows, as well as all the original content that we've got published over there. We have some really great folks who are doing the work. So go check them out. A lot of things happening in Richmond. A lot of creators are making things happen, and we are making a space for them to share their stories and to be a part of something bigger and to build together. So you can learn more about it at channelrva.com. All right, so let's see. Yes, let's see. Well, good. Let's go look and see what Lovable's building over here. All right, so I don't know about that. Let me see. All right, well, I guess we should take the measure, right? How do you feel about your physical health? Let's say 8. So good about that. Yeah. Recovering, I like that. I could do more of that. Relationships of belonging. You feel good about this?
Pop lieben wir. Biggest Pop Hits. Ein eigener Channel für die größten Stars der Welt. Ein eigener Channel für die besten Fans der Welt.
So that's exciting.
Mit Taylor Swift,
Hello,
Harry Styles,
I'm Harry.
Olivia Rodrigo, Tate McRae, Billie Eilish und vielen mehr. Schalt jetzt zu I Love Biggest Pop Hits.
This is I Love Chill Hop.
All right, taking this assessment here. I'll find out what the result is in a minute. Okay, felt okay about that. Cool. All right. Well, we built something today in 22 minutes. I think I was even late getting started. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I want to know what you think. So if you're joining me today, leave a comment. Tell me what you think I should do with this. This is a light
Tune
build,
in to Channel
and it has
RVA, the media
some
hub for
merit, I
independent
think.
creators.
Let me just see
Subscribe at
if,
channelrva.com.
okay, the aggregate's in there. Do we even care? Yes, we care. Pretty cool, pretty cool. One thing I want to do is a low effort, no cost way of reminding people to do this every day is to invite people to add it to their calendar. So we can add a button that does that. Should be universal. Wonder if there's a bias in all of this. Essentially, people who are interested in measuring quality of life have a better quality of life because they have the time to think about it. Who knows? Maybe that's taken me back to the beginning of this whole conversation where I said that I thought I knew why we struggle so much to maintain peace in the world, and it is because some people are fear based thinkers and others are opportunity based thinkers. And for one, change is scary and challenging. And for the other, it represents something exciting and new. And there are many people out there who have selfish interests, who wield that understanding to sow messages that sow distrust and stall progress. It's pretty cool. Now I have to go through here and just do the measure one more time. And I'm going to try to do the same thing that I was doing yesterday, or sorry, earlier today. I'll have to do the point time assessment again to get to this page, unless I can. All right. Well, there you have it. I'm going to publish this guy. Let's see what kind of domain we want to use for this. commonmeasure.lovable.app is the name of the website. We're going to make this available to you all to play with. All right, so we're about to publish this guy, and I'm quiet right now because I'm thinking about what I want to do next. And I think, yeah, it's important that I did this show today. But I don't, a lot of times I do these things and I go on to the next thing and nothing happens, right? People don't know about it. It doesn't really get where it needs to be. So I'm thinking about publishing an article about this. And let's see, I'm trying to think of the angle here. I'm going to just talk to my phone for a second. So I am going to write an article about this as an exploration on channelrva.com, an introspection, a community conversation, if you will. How often are we checking in with one another on how we're doing? I believe that we're all connected. I think that when we hurt someone else, we hurt ourselves. When we care for someone else, we
You're
care
tuned
for
into Channel RVA,
ourselves.
the media hub for independent creators. Subscribe at channelrva.com.
And maybe it's even more true. Like when we hurt other people, it's a reflection of how we're feeling. When we care for other people, that too is a reflection of how we're feeling. There are different personality types, and there are definitely individualists, and then there are people that are more about community. So we know those differences exist, but from a overall corpus, if you will, I think there is an undercurrent toward individualism, and there's a strong desire from individualist thinking to prevent the formation of community in some cases, or to prevent um, healthy community in order to maintain rigid individualism. Maybe that's just my narrow opinion, but uh, I think there's an opportunity for us to talk about this and to not let it fall into the background is another thing that is just, you know, humanity doing what humanity does. I think we are in a point in time where the technology allows us. We have really awesome communication technology, and now we have really awesome thinking technology. We also have math, and we can measure things. We can determine the qualities of a thing and look at things like blue zones and see that quality of life in blue zones is our it's a respondents report a high satisfaction. So that can be measured. Can we measure the opposite? Can we find the worst places in the world, the places that nobody really wants to be, where they're just miserable? Maybe the common measure allows us to start thinking about that. This is a little side project that I'm not sure there's going to be any interest in it whatsoever. But I do think that by putting it out there and seeing if there's any interest in it will reveal whether there's a need to spend any more time on the project. It's not my typical build, but every once in a while I get into these esoteric sort of deep dives because I am a witness to suffering, and being a witness to suffering evokes suffering if you're an empath. And I don't want to believe that there isn't something that we can do about it. All right, so that was how I write. 5 minutes and 41 seconds of talking, which is a decent article length. Come over to Claude and see if we can't get it to do a job for me. Let's paste this. All right, so 3 things we're going to do here. First is think about this.
tuned into channel RVA, the media hub for independent creators. Subscribe at channelrva.com.
All right, so we are thinking through this here. I'm going to get this link. I'm going to turn off this lovable doodad here because I don't like it sitting in the bottom corner. And then since we are live with this, we'll just do a quick SEO scan. And it makes it full circle because I'm the host of America's Healthiest City. If you're not familiar with that show, you can catch that over here on Channel RVA. We got some new episodes dropping this week, or a new episode dropping this week, so you'll be able to listen in on that. We are talking to Will from Sports Backers. Anyhow, yeah, everything about community. You can read this in Channel RVA. I'm going to be wrapping up here, trying to fix all this stuff. I'm going to publish this site. You can check it out over at, like I said, commonmeasure.lovable.app. It is live. It has a database. We're measuring, we're tracking. And I'm going to go through this one more time just to make sure that we are see this calendar thing. I want to put this on my calendar so that I can come back to it. Cool. All right. Well, we did it. Check out channelrba.com. Subscribe to the newsletter if you want to read my article on this. I'm going to go edit that and get it published. But that is the story. I think I took a screenshot of this. We have an image for our article. And that was great. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you come back again next Saturday at 1 p.m. I go live at 1 on Saturday and 10 on Sunday. Missed yesterday because I was out in the community getting some things done with Channel RVA and Richmond Water. But it was a great day in Richmond. I had a really, really fun time hanging out with my colleagues at Channel RVA, talking to folks in the community, enjoying the music, enjoying the food that our local food vendors have to offer, enjoying the beverages that our local craft brewers have to offer, and enjoying this lovely city that we have. So, thanks for joining me again today. We'll see you next week.